Hello. Hello. What's up, friends? Welcome to my Exceed stream. We have Jans6ever on the blue corner. On the red corner, we have Reggie's War on Everything. Reggie greeting his opponent. And me finding my Twitch app on my phone, which is the easiest way for me to keep the stream chat open. So these two players are pretty notable in the community, and this is for the many seasons tournament. If you're not familiar with the format of this tournament, it's a lot. We'll have dead time in between. I'll fill in there. The short version is that everybody has a roster of 12 characters, but in almost like it's not quite a Nuzlocke, but in like a Nuzlocke-esque fashion. Everybody has sort of a one use, basically. You can shoot them once and then they're shot. And what I mean by that is if you use a character, then you can't use them no more for the rest of the tournament. Just not allowed. Hope you guys are enjoying this cool Louis Zhang Mario remix. There we go. There we go. Can you see me online? Yes. Looks like there's some technical difficulty. Is Reggie really not have a avatar? That's interesting. There's Reggie, and there's Hans. Pathfinder Goblin. I don't know where exactly this art is from. Somebody probably... Players having some latency issues. This is to be expected. I think I'm US. Hans is over in Spain, Reggie's over in Australia, if I remember correctly. So these guys are from quite the distance. They've flown here for the truly international tournament. The World Warrior fight. Looks like Hans is grabbing his characters. Alrighty. Oh, Tinker Knight. Hell yeah, that guy's awesome. Alright, I didn't see those, so we're going to find out. But it does look like they have sort of chosen their characters, so I'm going to start doing battle music here pretty soon. Let's see who our first matchup is. So, I guess while they pick, the gimmick of this sort of, how to put this? The gimmick of this tournament is a couple of fold. One is each team has 3 players on it. If I wasn't just doing this as an immediately once I get home from work stream, I probably would have the players listed up. I'll pull those up a little bit later. Each of those players picks a roster of 12 characters. 4 from seasons 3, 4, and 5. They then face each other randomly in team matches. once a character wins, that character cannot be used for the rest of the tournament. Alrighty. Looks like we got everybody here. Alright. Reggie has selected a character. He's got it in his hand here. He's gonna drag it out there. Which means we're about to set off here. Looks like we've got Platinum the Trinity versus Tinker Knight. This is pretty cool. So both of these characters have interesting ways they interact with the boost system. Tinker Knight has awesome boost. Look at that bad boy. That's just one of them. They are fairly expensive, but they do work. Meanwhile, Platinum has pretty good boosts as well. But not only are they much cheaper, they in fact don't even cost an action sometimes, which is pretty awesome. Looks like the players are shuffling up. Hans calling heads. Reggie flips it. Tails it is. Reggie, of course, taking first. I think that's generally correct, but especially so with a aggressive character like Platinum, has a lot of options at range 4. And really, when you're fighting Tinker, who starts at 15 life, Alright, I'm offering, and wants to switch away from Season 4 normals. I'll blank stream and view hand. Looks like Hans is not taking me up on that, so as I say, he's agreed to use Season 4 normals. And they're wishing each other luck. Starting with a boost of her own, +1 to 2 range and +1 speed. That's pretty good. That turns on quite a bit of options here. But might not have hit it otherwise. And the good old diffuse will run up there. And then the +2 speed before retreat too. So this is +3 speed. But kind of +3 speed. Kind of not. Hans throwing something out. Let's take a look. Grasp. That's going to lose to Platinum's Grasp. Pretty handily. And yeah, so set Tinker over at range 4. That's kind of an expensive 3 damage, but keeping Gauge away from Tinker really makes it like 7 damage. Alright, +2 speed. Grasp also notably pretty safe there. Doesn't, because a grasp that pushes you back and then pushes the opponent at least 1 doesn't lose to a whole lot. So. Alright, gonna go ahead and attack the +2 speed. Okay. Alright, Tinker has more cards in hand, but obviously that's not going to matter too much. +1 speed, +1 to 2 range. Again, just turning on a lot of options. Just join. This is game 1. 30-12. Remember. Tinker Knight starts with 15 life. 1 strike has happened. You've missed some boosting and then a grasp. Magical Cat Hammer has been boosted twice. Both times Tinker has reacted by running to range 1. That's both, you know, both Cure Dot Typhoon down, but also both crosses down, which in some ways is more impactful. Both crosses and 1 grasp. And Tinker is now at range 1. Yeah. Now, Tinker might have 12 life. We'll see. Because it's very possible here with Platinum to throw... Interesting. A dive being thrown away along with... Okay. Platinum playing 3 to cross over and then move 1. Guessing Reggie expected that Tinker had either Flail or Grasp. I guess they're both options. Both of which would have stuffed that dive. Otherwise, a relatively safe option. You know, jumps over. And then, I guess it misses. You know what, that's fair, actually. Alright. Platinum now at range 2, threatening, of course, a blistering fast grasp. Though, much scarier than that, I think, would be something like a cross, which keeps Platinum away from Tinker's more scary options, just out of the range of options he has, while keeping her within range of a couple of her fireballs and dives. Especially, these fireballs are really good now, because they don't... There's no more cross. You can't cross out. So at maximum range, those fireballs are pretty much going to hit, unless Tinker can find a way to really move in. So if you're Tinker, what you don't want here is to lose the cross. But it turns out Platinum might not have it. All right. Well, this is an eventful strike. Honestly, I think this is a net win for Tinker. After push or pull, but I would push. It is explaining that it is after, not a hit, so dive doesn't affect it, and goes away. Yeah, push 1, LOL. Alrighty. I think they accidentally grabbed the top of... Oh. Taking the boost away because the cleanup trigger clips the top first. That way, if it's not a continuous boost, that makes sense. Alright, prep, that makes sense. Platinum was out of cards. Now Platinum has both the life and resource advantage, whereas before she did not. And back to the resource advantage belonging to Tinker, but definitely not the life advantage. No more runs could really hurt your plat crosses. Yeah, would have. Platinum apparently did not have the cross or chose not to play it at that time, however. So I think, despite the life advantage that Platinum has, Tinker's got a pretty good positioning advantage. So this isn't over by any means. Focus into focus. They're going to trade 2-2, but Tinker just gained 4 life. So he's now at 14 instead of at 10. Because Tinker Knight's Exceed mode flips him over and gives him life life equal to his gauge times 4. You're just gonna have to read that upside down. Is there a way? Aha! Oh, I haven't. Just wait, what the heck? I don't know why that rotated that way. Alright, Platinum, of course, running across Tinker, boosting light. What are you gonna do here? Platinum has a number of options. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, 7 speed that ignores armor. This is probably one of my favorites. This is a 7 speed 4 power because you discard the light. It's not doing you any good anymore. Those are both dead currently. And then Dream Sally if you think that they're going to try to move in or away, but probably not going to. But of course, there's good old Assault if you want. And because all of those things lose a sweep, Spike is up and live. Now, this is Platinum's second sweep, so it is worth noting that Tinker no longer has the fear of that, but you generally don't want to trade with frontside Tinker if you can avoid it. Oh! Rocket Fuel paying heavily for it. However, this is an amazing boost. It's Way of the Warrior, and you advance 2. +2 speed before retreat 2. Heavily suggesting one of her fireballs. Either Dream Sally or Mystique Momo. Mystique Momo especially worth noting here. You can order these so that you actually just get +4 speed. If for some reason you don't want to retreat. And the strike comes down! There's no way this isn't... Oh, this is Dream Sally. Interesting. Again, Tinker here gaining 4 life, effectively. It's a little bit more complex than that, but... and now, taking 5 damage. Tinker at effective 13, but maybe a little bit more because of the way that these work. Alright, Platinum's ability triggers, and nothing. Just a quick 5 check. Yeah, that's about right. Platinum played through a significant amount of her deck. The block, the Mystic Momo. That's just Gauge, baby. And when Gauge happens, you can enter Exceed mode. Platinum's Overdrive is a pretty good option where you can just boost forever. Main issue is that currently the overdrive area not really filled with a whole lot of good options, so you probably want to craft that a little bit more. Sure, Platinum's definitely gotten some rough flips on her Exceed mode ability, but we're definitely going to see. I don't think that things are going quite as poorly for her as they might otherwise feel. Alright, block into Flail. That's going to be just free Gauge, free draw. Pretty reasonable. What do you... Oh yeah, after... And can Wild Swing block, which is kind of funny. Alright, down comes a Raw Strike here. That's a pretty decent range 3 mix-up. Tinker's got enough Gauge that he can do something. Oh, well. Ah, not gonna do anything. The EX Spike. probably predicting a spike of Tinkers, but instead we now have Tinker almost full life here. Tinker actually has the life lead at this point with that hit. And both spikes down before Tinker exceeds. I'm assuming the Platinum is looking to and also choosing not to reveal the top card of the deck. Choosing not to discard the block. I'm assuming here that Platinum's gonna reshuffle here pretty soon. That's a prepare. Only 4 cards left in deck. Opening themselves up for a reading. Simple defend there just to make sure you can get up to maximum gauge. Since 20 is the maximum life that Tinker Knight is allowed to have. And we have a strike down from Platinum. Tinker thinking a thinker tinker. All right. I'm ready to educate here. It's possible that Tinker could die on the strike, at which point he flips, and resolution on that can sometimes be tricky. Because he resets the board before you start moving. So after effects that would move or something, or the like, those are going to resolve after Tinker flipped over. Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, Platinum takes the damage, Tinker takes 2, and Tinker now is at 22, having a 3 life lead. Yeah, range 1 spike, it turns out, is great. Especially when the opponent can't really escape it. Because Tinker's ability to cross out of that's pretty abysmal. Like, if you are center field, or even like one off from center, Tinker just can't escape Spike. It just hits unless he stuns it. Alright, we see a card coming down. Platinum striking, as Platinums are wont to do. Hi, Rory. Alright. What are we seeing here? Okay. Looks like Tinker's about to flip. Before resolving the rest of the strike. Not that it matters too much. There's the tank. When resolving one of your specials or ultras, yeah, it'll be during the resolution. So yeah, yes, Pingo. Tinker gets the benefit of his specials and ultras. Those are some pretty powerful attacks here. Platinum now in a little bit of dire straits. Also notably, Tinker doesn't lose the gauge when he exceeds. Yeah, that's a 7 power attack coming in. Now, thankfully, Platinum has some gauge that she can just kind of throw towards that. So this is probably not like blocking a 7-power attack is usually like good for the person throwing block. But again, this is the kind of thing you now expect with Tinker. Alrighty. Tinker 2 life in tank mode. Platinum though still has the gauge advantage. Resources are relatively neutral otherwise. Since Tinker has 4 force in gauge, 5 force in hand. Platinum has 4 force in gauge, 5 force in hand. And... asking to check the last 3. This is usually pretty good. Allowing your opponent to check their last 3 is pretty good. Saves some time. Don't forget to shuffle. Alrighty. Contents of Reggie's hands entirely are known now. Still no reshuffle, so it'll be a manual reshuffle. Granted, I think Tinker has used a fair amount of his focuses, so you're not super open to a reading. Strike. Should be an interesting attack. Alright, we have Wrench Toss into Assault. That's just going to be 4 damage from Tinker. Stuffing the assault. But Platinum may choose to resolve a boost here. Electing not to since the assault's in the discard pile, it looks like. I just realized this isn't playing my playlist. I was wondering, I didn't think I had anything, I didn't think I had anything that was an extended version. Is YouTube playlist just kind of busted right now? Alright. 2 armor, 2 speed. There we go. I think we got it now. There we go. This is actually kind of funny. 3 or more guard is a lot easier for Tinker to come by all of a sudden. Pretty much everything that Tinker has that isn't a normal has 3 or more guard now. Which I think is I think that's beautiful. Apologies on that. Alright, strike comes down, the block face up, and... Oh! God! Just... Yeah, I mean, that bomb bounce is pretty difficult to beat. I'm not really sure what you do about that, other than... initiate with dive. Stun immunity, 6 power, ignore armor, ignore guard. God, that was a commanding attack. And with that, Tinker has soundly taken the lead. He was inching and edging towards that lead before, but now with a 12 life lead, a resource lead, knowledge lead, it's going to be very difficult for Platinum to overcome it. Not impossible. Platinum does have the ability to strike quite often, and does have the ability to completely negate some attacks with the strikes. But she's going to need to call it straight about 4 times, and can only fail like once and be alive. Yeah, no, yeah, there was no blocking that. Oh, God. Seriously not grabbing Shining Layered Force. Alright, Reggie at least evening up the resources a little bit. But, oh, okay. There's the other light. That's going to make calling it right pretty difficult. Have the defend coming down. Again, the spike not getting played, but rather getting boosted. Perhaps Reggie believes that his opponent knows about Tinker's spike weaknesses and will cover it at all costs. +3 speed! Alright, gonna block that. Yeah, that is 7 power. At speed, yeah. At speed 6. With 3 guard. Paying a force, paying a cost. Again, at least Reggie is able to block the 7 power, but good God. This is not great. Alrighty. Dramatic Sammy and Dream Sally both getting discarded here. That makes sense. Moving is probably not likely to happen as much. And you have a range one before Ignore Armor, Ignore Guard. That's a little bit faster than this. Granted, getting out of the corner would be pretty good. But, it's also worth noting that this Magical Bomb is just a trigger that works. Clean up. Yep, makes sense. Hey, +2 power is pretty good. Opponent's low on options, so you can be a little bit spicier here. The bomb bounce. Well, 6 to 6. And Platinum gets to choose the next strike. Or gets to choose what boost she boosts from her discard pile. Not really sure what happened there. Just gonna assume the players agreed to whatever it was. Oh, chose to grab the spike from the search. Okay. I'm not sure I would choose to have defend out there at this time, compared to anything else, but maybe there just wasn't. I mean, there just might not have been a better option. Yeah, Hans's Goblin avatar is almost definitely from Pathfinder. 10 power because of the tank. Oh God, the drill arm. Oh my God. Yeah, there was a whole. Jesus, there was a whole other 2 force that had to be spent there. Oh my God. Alright. Yeah, card change too. You're at a 13 life lead. And daring for reading. Which, like, yeah, I mean, you can read block or focus. The spike is here. So that's a focus and a spike. I guess you're not really playing focus at this point, but still. Like, that's free damage. Like, never really And we got a prep and a prep. Yeah, yeah. Why did he boost Spike here? 1 life. If I was a betting man, I would say he's boosting Spike to make sure it's not readable. Wait, no, he's not doing that. Again, I just don't think he has anything as far as like reasonable options. All right, what do we got here? Something's about to come down. That hand. Thinking about it. What in his little goblin mind is he crafting? The strike. This is like grass, right? Flail's also pretty good. Gonna push 3, advance 2. Draw a card. Cross is no longer a valid escape option. Granted, that block was free, but then it's gone. There's no more. Oof. Yeah, I hate to see that. All right, the +2 speed before retreat 2. Of course, that last part doesn't matter as much. Doesn't not matter. Alrighty, what are we seeing here? The Tinker options. Shuffling the hand, which to me indicates... Shuffling the hand and checking the options. To me, this indicates a strike coming down. Oh, or just the teching. I suppose that's fair? I feel like there's a number of options Tinker could have thrown that just would have been incredibly difficult for Platinum to deal with. Oh, there's the speed. Getting rid of the sweep, but again, you don't really want to play sweep at 1 life, so as an attack. So. Alright. Seeing some real sinking coming down. Shuffle of the hand. Friends, streams have been live for about 38 minutes. So, in the words of pretty much every Major Exceed person I know, except for maybe Polter, hydrate yourself. Good game. Platinum retreats, and then Tinker chases her down. That was a game that felt like it was in Platinum's favor for a long time, and then suddenly very much wasn't. One hit and 10 missed UA. Certainly. Platinum's UA is also useful for filtering, though. This is life. Alright. So that's, you know, Reggie Season 5 character, Hansa Season 4 character, out. Yep, filters out bad cards. Hey. Five gauge Tinker Exceed's pretty powerful. To be honest, the other important thing about Tinker is getting a boost out before you exceed means the world, and knowing when to reshuffle from that. So, but yeah, 5 gauge Tinker Exceed is mostly good because it means you can land 2 bomb bounces. And bomb bounce is amazing. Once you're exceeded, look at this card. Oh hey, do you like sweep? What if sweep ignored armor? What if sweep was stun immune and not just 6 guard? What if you had the biggest sweep? Now, to be fair, bomb bounce does also have the twice instead of the boost. The boost is good, no doubt about it. But if you're able to exceed with full life, throw bomb bounce. Bomb bounce is great because both sides of the card are good for what they want. It's a real decision which side of the card to use. Yeah, within my reach, yeah. Which is now gone, so I can't put it on screen. Alright, Propeller Knight and Bang. These cards are going to move all about the board. Both these are highly mobile characters. This is going to be a pretty hype match. This is one of those matches that if it was in real life would be like a set of ping pong. So like a some Dragon Ball Z shit. You know what I'm saying? These characters are gonna be agile. Alright. Reggie electing to go first, which again, I think is pretty much objectively correct and exceed for 90% of characters. There's very few characters who you want to go second on, because the advantage of going second is, or rather the consolation, I should say, of going second is you get an extra card. But if you wanted to go second and have more cards, you can just prep on your turn if you're first to have a full hand, baby. Being able to choose positioning, tempo, being able to choose what boost is down, it's just great. I know this is not controversial. I know this is not a hot take. This is ancient knowledge, but we have a couple people joining the community. I want to be like clear. You should almost always go first, unless you're a character like Galdred, who has a very weird econ, where going second actually is slightly better econ-wise. That's just because Galdred doesn't play by the same econ rules as everybody else. And is also not tournament legal currently, which is a shame because we never saw a repeat of the Galdred Runaway, which I think he was primed for. Maybe in the next expanded event and or unlimited event. Alright, looks like the mulligans are complete. We should be seeing some play here first, and there's the prep again. And an EX attack already. Well, good news is whatever this is out of the game for a while. Because you won't be able to use Bang's retrieve all copies of the overdrive card for this card. Well, no, maybe he hits, I guess. So this could be Bang style. This could be, where is it? There it is. Pulverizing Blast Jitsu, which is pretty hard to beat. Does lose to cross here, as does Dive. So basically it's, did you throw something that beat cross? Great. Or did you not? Less great. Reggie decides to ultimately let the deck decide. It was Dive, which is going to go ahead and stuff that spike. Just jumps over and kicks Propeller Knight in the face. Strike from Propeller. I know what I'm assuming it is. Oh, I was wrong. Advance 4. Being either gain advantage and return the card to the hand. Saber Lunge is a pretty powerful card. Going to choose to gain advantage. Makes sense. An EX! Is this the other Jazz Hands? Is that still a thing that said Jazz Hands? Alright. This is a 3 power headwind into a block. Both blocks down now for Bang. Yeah, makes sense. Go ahead and throw that other one in the trash because you're about 2 gauge away from being able to just recur both of these. Let me tell you. EX dive with another power? That's a pretty spicy dive. We're going to do a bang prep here. Drop some information. Grab a card. And then grab a card for end of turn. Bang prep is an interesting action because it's, I guess, kind of powerful. But also, it feels incredibly cursed every time you do it. Every time I bang prep, I feel bad about it. I feel like I made a mistake every time. It's like critting with Sagat. It's good. It's strong. I feel like I made a mistake. Propeller Knight turning on his shifting. Can now advance or retreat 1. Slightly adjust his range before striking. And that's good because the specials and ultras, of course, have the maximum power tipper still. I thought that was a wild swing. I got hype. No, it's just a bang prep. Alright, establishing range 3, throwing out an attack. Could be just a standard range 3 normals mix up, or it could be a tipper, and the assault comes flying down! Not gonna work here, though. Take 4 damage. Propeller Knight is now on the other side of you. And says, okay. That's enough. This is another match that is relatively even. I think Propeller Knight has a slight tempo advantage, which I favor slightly over his slight life disadvantage. Spike into focus. That's going to change that. Ah. So honestly, pretty reasonable. All right, going ahead and prepping. Bang saying, I could do that too. Let me just throw a card in the trash real quick. Let me just, oof. Boy, I want both of these, or neither of these. Probably both of these, because Bang has normals and Bang specials, so, probably pretty good cards right now. Well, Bang. Yeah. And throwing away the PBJ. The biggest Tatsu. Tatsumaki Senpai Ninja. Alright, Bang Style Shuriken will stuff the dive. That is true. And is Bang's right to do. He may spend 1 force to win 1 strike. What does it do beyond that? I don't know, sometimes he gets to play a cool boost. Yeah, +1 power and gain advantage. And then add this to your gauge. That last part's the most important because that means that Bang could theoretically exceed and take advantage of, I see at least 2 AXs in there. I don't remember if Void Tempest Kick got played. I don't feel like it did, or no, it definitely didn't. Might have gotten discarded, but I don't think so. So yeah, there's just 2 EXs, both of which are normals, so they're still pretty hype. But it does mean that you have to have a 30x really to throw that, because they're both kind of mid speeds. Though I guess at this range, suddenly EX Dive is on Gerb. And 7 power, which means with 1 focus down, there's not a whole lot of options Propeller has. So keep an eye on that ninja, and we'll just see where he goes. Alrighty. Some real decision making going on here. Might be having a CoCom join in. See, Pat said he's online. Sure, come on in. The more the merrier. Here, in the error room. Okay. Tempest Flying Squirrel Shizu. Say that 3 times fast. Coming down, now draw 1. After, advance or retreat 1. Bang with the full size of cards in the hand. Propeller with the full card hand size. Bang does have a life lead and a gauge lead. Worth noting. But this is Exceed Propeller. So, we'll see what's going on. Alright. The good old zooming back and forth thinking. We know this hand well. Before advance or retreat 2. After advance or retreat 1. Bang! Whirling out of control. Hello, C-Pat.
What is going on? Oh, Bang is winning by a lot. Okay.
Bang is 9 life up. He's got the gauge advantage.
Gauge. Got some good boosts here. Although contested by the light, but...
Yeah. But really, the light is about even with Set Nail, because before advance or retreat 2. Yeah.
Yeah,
now, granted,
for sure.
It's light on Propeller. So if Bang tries to get cheeky and throw a grasp or something in there, Propeller can just stuff it with a Saber Lunge.
Saber Lunge, yeah. I think it's known in hand as well, right?
Certainly is.
So we're just gonna see Bang go. I like this.
Yep.
How many of those are EXs?
Dive and Spike for sure.
Okay. That's actually really good.
Yeah.
EX Spike will just randomly beat a lot of things.
EX Spike is amazing. EX Dive is also amazing. Both of those are very good. Alright.
Oh no.
Well, Saber Lunge is not gonna beat Sweep.
Oh, it hits. It hits. That's...
I'm not sure I would have thrown the Saber Lunge into a Bang initiation. Because he knows.
Because he knows, yeah.
He knows.
Well, depends on the Yomi levels of the players, right?
From what I've seen, I think he knows. I think I treat that like he knows, he knew, he's not going to lose. Granted, I don't think that's always the case. You're correct. Different Yomi levels, but also like losing a Saber Lunge isn't that bad. Assuming you didn't lose a range one.
It's 4 power, and then on top of that, if you're playing a slow trading card, you're up a bunch of life anyway.
50 minutes near the end of game 2. Yeah, that's correct. Saber Lunge is brave against the opponent's prepared for it. I agree. The other thing with Saber Lunge is like its biggest value is at range 1, arguably, because it does less damage.
Dodges, yeah.
But yeah, it dodges Sweep and Focus, which are incredible value attacks. Their boosts are also incredible value. They have to be to contend with those attacks.
So how is Propeller going to get out of this?
They both play fast. This is honestly like pretty reasonable speed for a game like this. As far as how Propeller is going to get out of this, just going to have to use Propeller ability to do real like attacks. You're just going to have to really hammer home.
It's going to be like 3 mix-ups, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the good news about Exceed is your my god.
As soon as I saw the PBJ once, I was like, that's gonna hit.
He threw the other PBJ in the trash, by the way.
Oh.
He bang prepped away and threw that other PBJ in the trash like a monster.
Must have been for the Ultra Boost or something, yeah.
I don't know, man. It's my favorite shape, Tatsu.
Yeah.
So it's not quite my favorite Tatsu.
Aren't you a Chun player? It's just Spinning Bird Kick.
My favorite Tatsu is Ryu Tatsu, actually.
Oh, okay.
I love Ryu Touch of Death. Yep.
Here's
here's
an on-curve EX Dive.
Yeah, here's the EX Dive. Deal with the EX Dive.
It's 7 power, by the way.
I mean, if he throws the EX Dive, now you can Saber Lunge.
Doesn't he have known Saber Lunge, or did he get rid of it? I can't remember.
Sure does. No, he saw it.
I can't rember. Oh, but now it's +1/+1 now strike. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Bang just has so many ways to tack on speed, right? He has being able with your hammer, and he has 4 love and justice.
6 speed, 8 armor. I just hope you have a block. Swoop. Okay.
Swoop, yeah. Dodger.
Okay. Let's go.
Pretty expensive strike there for Bang, all things considered. Puts himself in the corner as well. I don't think it's enough to like.
It doesn't.
I don't think it's enough
make
for.
This, yeah. But,
also, that boost. That boost is not in play.
Clean up. Add this card.
Wait, is it in play?
Yeah. Clean up. Add this card to your boost area as a continuous boost and sustain it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I forgot that works.
All right, take 2. Both crosses down, but honestly, Propeller's established a pretty good range.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you can just be nailed with your hammer, advance 2, and now you're at range 3, right?
Oh no, not range 3 for Propeller.
I mean, but you have +1 speed.
That's true.
Oh, it looks like he's taking back the.
Although Propeller also can just back up and launcher. I don't believe we've seen launcher at all.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, he has to survive this turn, and then and it's probably likely to survive the turn. Expenditure of 1 force move to range 4. Interesting.
Tatsu, but I miss at range 1. Folder says probably regarding the PBJ earlier. True, but that's also spinning bird kick, which is again another attack I love.
That's why I said it's like, don't you play Sean? It's like it's SBK.
Yeah. Sean's one of mine. All right, we see the strike come down. It's Hyper Shadow.
Ooh, it's the spicy cannonball.
Which is to say, it's a very fun.
Not that spicy.
All right.
6 power.
Yeah, we got that push 1. Then you got the maximum range.
And you still say it. Arm's length away from Bang, right?
Yeah, which is honestly pretty good. If you can zone Bang, you should do it. Because that guy's gonna run around and punch you if you don't zone him.
I want to say this guy's HP. I want to say Hanzo's HP was 20. I want to say it was 20. No, it was 20.
Yeah.
It was not 20 or 22.
It was at 20. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I mean, somebody could check the VOD. Actually, I have a secondary commentator. Hey, see.
Yeah. Oh wait, I can check the VOD.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have to like go and risk.
Oh yeah, let me do that. No, let me do that. All right, how do I do that? All right, we're in there.
Hell yeah.
He was at 18.
Huh. He was at 18? Oh, they figured it out. They got it.
Guess we missed a strike. Yeah, guess we missed a strike. He was at 18. What strike did we miss? Oh, I forgot about the cross.
Yeah, that's right. It was the +1 power cross into focus.
Yeah, +1. Yeah, the rose cross, the rose sauce cross. So pretty not great overdrive here for Bang.
Yeah.
Where like normally you see this as a game closer, but
instead this is a give up a lot of heads play. I guess he's only actually given up 3 life a headway, but he's given up a lot of resources.
Is this going to be a jump forward EX spike
speed, now advance 2, then strike.
Yeah.
And then return to hand. This feels like assault to me.
You think? Not just going for the EX spike?
I'd assault into Infinite Fist. That's lethal, baby.
Does he have a fist left?
Yeah, after C mode, return this to your hand.
Oh yeah, it returns to hand. Nope, you just go for the EX spike though. Unless there's a spicy EX that we don't know of.
That's true. Yeah, looks like it. I mean, the EX spike is beatable, so, but very difficult to at this deck shot. Yeah, deck point.
Yeah, with only 2 cards in hand as well.
Yeah.
Does he believe in the top deck?
He needs. He best start believing in the top deck.
Needs like second swoop basically, right?
Yeah, because this is on curve.
That's basically it for cards that beat EX.
Oh yeah, and I forgot. It's oh wait, even if it's not Bang, the EX spike just kills.
No, it's 7. Yeah, 7 power.
Here I was thinking of like, okay, you gotta do this elaborate combo, but you can just kill him with spikes.
We've declared checkmate here.
Okay, well. And
we've declared checkmate by playing a card that 100% loses. But so I'm assuming there's no swoop. There's a swoop.
Well,
it's only 115. Less than 115. However many ultras are on top. Well, it could have not been checkmate, but
I guess we're
not gonna find out.
There was very little. You never do that. They technically, I think, are supposed to play Game 3, but we'll see.
No, they have to.
Yeah.
They have to.
I mean, they have to, but there's nothing stopping a player. There's nothing stopping a player for... Oh, it is! You're correct. It does matter.
The points matter.
Get those points, Reg.
Points matter. I don't know. Do you have the... I think the roster list also has the number of points per team, and since we're pretty late into this week's rounds, I'm sure that
I don't know.
we can determine how many points. Like,
I know my opponent and I are. I know my opponent and I are pretty much on even points.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know how the format is. Is it Swiss for the teams matching with each other?
Good question.
I don't know.
I know I'm in the event. I guess that tells you about my competitive investment.
Yeah,
I want to win individual games, but
listen, I just showed up one day to cast. You're in the tournament, so.
All right, let's see here. Hans's team is at 1 point. Feathers getting a single victory against D, the Tyran Kin.
I guess that match actually.
Oh,
that was 3 mirror matches.
At the Hans that were in that, and that's oof.
So we see the Dan into the Claw. I know nothing about this matchup.
Where it looks like Reggie's team is at 5 points.
So they already won.
Yeah. So actually, this is vestigial.
But the points do matter though, because I think if it's like Swiss pairing, then
over or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's also money involved, right? I think there's a.
Wait,
there's
for real?
The Chris $20 bill.
Shit, are you serious?
I think so. Yeah, I think there's a $20 prize pool. I think it's $20 per too, so that'll get you like, I don't know, half a sandwich in 2023.
Now I live in a small town. Cost of living's great. $20. $20 pays for like 3 months rent.
Oh, nice! Wow.
Yeah.
Not even sure. $20. Yeah, $20 does not pay for like half a day of rent. So there you go. But anyway, we're gonna see Dan into Claw here. You are the season 3 expert. You are the season 3 expert.
Okay,
so tell me about this matchup.
This matchup is great because it's actually a season 1 character in Claw. Appreciate you calling Claw, so we don't have to do Vega. I thought Vega was the red guy. Dan, on the other hand, is one of the most aggressive characters I've ever seen. He has a lot of attacks that are great when you initiate, and okay when you defend. He does have one of the better defense openers in Danku. Because Danku,
or just believe if you want to defend, just believe in the top of your deck with +1/+1, right? If you believe.
I think that's part of the rushdown.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dan having a pretty reliable answer. Not that it matters as much, but
especially at specific ranges where it's just like, I think like 2, a lot of things hit for Dan, something like that.
I'm gonna let you in on a secrecy, Pat.
Yeah, what's up?
2 is where a lot of things hit for a lot of characters.
That's true.
But yeah, and Vega meanwhile plays a little tight resource game. But if he can get that Exceed mode and he can hit you with an Ultra, you're just dead, bucko.
Yeah.
Vega is one of those characters that I think is low-key cracked, but he's hard enough to play that I don't think a lot of people will get him. He's the
Vega.
He's the Fox from Melee of this.
For me, I will gladly admit this. Vega is the character I have the toughest time fighting. Like I have an absolutely abysmal record against Vega. So we see focus into focus. Okay.
Reasonable. Wanted to draw that card, I guess. Wow, that focus gained Dan 24 life.
It's pretty good. Not bad at all. But yeah, I don't know. Just for me, I don't know why in Exceed I just struggle with characters that give extra range. So anytime I see Claw boosted, my brain just kind of freezes up and doesn't really know how to react, and then I lose the game.
You wanna know something else? Kind of nutty.
Yeah, what's up?
So in the summer bash, I was pretty big champion of Carmine, which I still hold by. To the point where I put him on my team.
$1 billion right?
Yeah. He did. My Carmine did not lose a single game that tournament.
You got carried by your Carmine.
Yeah, literally.
Happens. I mean, good for you.
I mean, I did prove a point, and I think that point got proved because I'm seeing a lot of people kind of agree.
Banned from like a lot of tournaments now, right?
Yeah. But that's the reason I bring this up is when I was practicing Carmine. Here's the real trick. There is a counterpick to Carmine.
It's Claw. I know.
Yeah, it's both Vegas. It's both Claw and Dictator actually. Both do really well into Carmine.
Oh yeah. I've not played the Dictator matchup, but I practiced Claw Carmine into Chica's Carmine, and that felt like it felt actually Vega favored.
Yeah, it's one of the few Carmine unfavored matchups.
Swinging here with an EX here.
Base level analysis that Dan has pretty good ability to roll with his reliable defensive wild swings into Vega's dumb shapes. His ultras are a lot less reliable in that matchup than others. True. He cannot just Shisco. Oh, okay, well that's
Psycho Glory gets stunned as well.
Yeah. Yeah, God.
I mean, relatively
That's
just free
that's
there,
a
right?
7
With
power.
the focus down.
That's a 7 power speed 6
Yeah,
range
just
3 option.
super
That's,
free when you swing turn 1 focus.
Yeah, that's one of the few times where I would not consider block into assault net loss.
I mean, it's a little bit sad because you lose both your backstep boosts, but
It's
Some
fine.
damage, some
7
damage.
powers, yeah.
it's some damage, some
That's
damage.
That's yeah. Ultras carry a
You're
huge amount of weight, which
basically-
kills Dan's ability to actually sustain against mid-game Vega. True. Dan really needs to be careful, which Dan hates being careful.
Mhm.
And also,
So I feel like a lot of things in this matchup will just like randomly lose to crit Scarlet Terror. No, at 6 speed. At 6 speed, like range 4.
I mean, there's also crit Scarlet Terror. Again, there's the secret of a lot of things lose to crit Scarlet Terror because it's a very fast card. But Dan also has 6 speed range 4 option.
Yeah, we're putting Vega into the
7
corner
speed
here.
range 4 option. It's fine. He hasn't exceeded yet, so it's like only kind of awful.
only 2
for
power?
You. Yeah, it's only 2 power. It's only 2 power. Don't be a baby.
Are
CPAT.
we swinging with Cross here for Dan, or are we going spicy with the Spike?
I mean, I know what I hope in my heart of hearts.
Right, yeah, exactly. I know what I hope it is. But
Whenever I see somebody in the corner, I just want to spike him.
Exactly.
Hit him with that overhead, baby.
Let's
Collarbone
focus,
smasher.
it is just the Cross.
Ah, I mean, both work.
I don't know about that focus. I feel like you could have gotten better use of that out of that later.
Oh, sorry. Both spike and cross work in that instance is what I
They
meant
both,
to say.
yeah, exactly. Which is why I'm not a big fan of that focus.
Yeah, it loses to both things.
Like what? You really think Dan was gonna go for his DP there, whatever it's called? Swinging away a leg taunt. It's gonna be slower.
I mean,
You can still do it.
it depends on what
It's
you have
still
in hand.
probably gonna work. I mean, yeah. So you take 4, and then surely you can hit back with something.
You definitely can hit back with something.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that some point this tournament, since this tournament has like a greater variety of roster, I'm really hoping that at some point we get to see the okay, draw a card and
Sweep. That's deep. It's pretty good
Reasonable.
actually. It's actually really good. It's actually better than I thought, just because the leg taunt came off the top, right, as opposed
Yeah.
to from hand.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty good. Drops second RCF as well.
which is always good. And like Dan only needs a couple gauge. But what I was gonna say is I really hope we see Dan versus Clover. Because I really want the leg taunt secret strap. Oh!
Ooh.
Thought you could cross out?
Ooh, I like that.
Nobody runs away from Dan, he says, looking behind him, over his shoulder, running away.
Yeah.
Super
That's an aggressive strike from Hans if he goes for it. I was about to say, flip that card back over. Just prep, man.
Honestly? You only need like one more gauge. You don't really need one more gauge.
Is that a Psycho Power boost, dude?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So... I'm trying to think
There
of...
are ways for
how do you make
there are
that?
ways for Dan to discard cards. I just don't know Dan as a character well enough to like identify what they are at a glance, you know?
So the hypest one would be leg taunted to EXT so. Or wait, no, he has to pay for his stuff. He's not assault. Leg taunted to EX assault.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He can't do the EX stuff for free because he. Wait, no, he can do EX stuff for free.
Oh, because he would have no cards in his hand. You're right.
Yeah, exactly. Because he would know. Because leg taunt's a May draw card. I did not know that.
That or peek into EX anything. I have no idea what Psycho Power setups are
There's a
or
boost
do.
on Godokin, right? Discard any number of cards in your hand, then strike.
Yes.
Although he only has 3 cards in his hand, that can't be that hard to
Oh,
get
it's
rid of
not-
3 cards.
Yeah. You also get to look at your opponent's hand, which is nice. There's definitely setups for it with 3 cards. It's a little spicy because what's here?
We're striking into it.
Yeah, I mean that's correct. Critical. Wild Swing.
Critical Wild. It's actually a card that hits. It's a card that wins, really.
Yeah.
What? Pounce, huh?
Pounce is usually pretty good.
Wait, no, this, yeah.
Yeah, it stuffs non-crit Pounce.
Yeah, nice stuff's non-crit Pounce. Yeah, you're right. Huh.
Pounce from hand, not crit, is a weird one. I guess it's just this to me says Vega doesn't have options at range 4 right now. If Vega doesn't have options at range 4, just leave? Question mark. I would have. I mean, in that instance, he couldn't leave because Psycho is boosted, and he didn't want to give Dan the chance to get a better Psycho setup. I'm gonna be honest. I would have thrown the Gadoken again. How Gadoken? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Assault. That's also not gonna work.
Wait.
Oh, it's critical! It's critical!
Oh, it's critical. Oh yeah. See, this is Dan.
He's too big-brained.
This is Dan. Oh, now we're gonna see the Psycho Vision.
Oh, he's gonna look at the 2 cards that are in the hand.
Oh, and those are useless.
Well, you can't quite disregard Splendid Claw. Those are really good in conjunction with each other because boosted Splendid Claw is pretty decent.
Oh no!
If you know about it,
it is the EX Ultra.
It's the Shiso.
It's EX Shiso, yeah.
Oh no!
This guy is getting damned. He got damned.
Take 8 damage, idiot! It's my turn again. Critical Wild Swing. Do it.
Oh man.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I mean, you have no other choice, right?
Yeah, you can't let him Scarlet Terror.
What are you gonna do?
Card
Prep
change
if you're
2?
Dan? No, you just go for it.
I mean,
19-3, you can't blow this lead.
Well,
surely not. Surely not.
Have we ever told you the tragedy?
Never mind.
Well, that's
It's a 7 power.
That's a free 7 power.
But
7
does
power.
he want it?
Yeah, he wants it. It's 7 power and he gets out of Dan's face.
Oh yeah, I forgot it has the hit move up to range 8.
Yeah, like
there's, yeah.
And Dan has no cards in hand. What the hell is he gonna do about it?
Well.
And you have a bad hand, so like what?
We didn't just throw the game here before Dan.
How many cards does Dan have left? 13. He can't.
13,
he can't reliably Wild Swing and hope to get Dankyu. So I don't think he threw the game, but that definitely is like not great. If Vega had 2 more gauge, he would have thrown the game. That would be game over.
Yeah, that'd be game over. Yeah. Oh, and there's the claw.
Yep.
So now
that was top deck.
Bunch of stuff hits at 5 now with the claw. Or peeking, or I'm assuming we're just key charging here, unless.
It depends. Again, if he gets Dankyu.
Oh, do we actually hit the Dankyu?
Yeah, we hit. Yeah, good way to confirm Dankyu.
Although I don't know, is it too obvious of a Dankyu? Because you can still live with crit pounce and then just win the game afterward. If you're Vega.
It's hard to. I think if you see Dankyu, you still have to throw it.
Oh, it's a block.
Yeah, that's fair.
That would have been funny.
It wouldn't have gotten rid of Claw, and it would have put you down on resources even further. It was correct to key charge that, I think. Polder saying the big brain Shisho. Yeah, that like range 1 Shisho. I mean, like, what the hell is he gonna do about it? That's 6 speed, baby. That's 6 speed, 8 power. You have to get grasp off the top of your deck.
Alright, we're striking here at range 5, so what hits that with 5?
Draw for end of turn? Yeah, he did. He did at the end.
They all hit range 5, right? They all hit range 5? We went for the fast one.
Yeah, it all hits.
That's 5 power.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Reggie of course has to crit there to try to go for the Dankyu.
Yeah, he has to go to the Dankyu.
Yeah.
That's his only option. Granted, yeah, because that wasn't critical, so that was 5 speed. So that would have lost the Dankyu.
At least Vega's out of the corner. Obviously, we're sustaining this.
Yep. All right, what's Dan got in hand?
Heck.
Yeah. Obviously.
Otherwise, you just lose to cross into whatever. Just lose the game. Now Vega actually has to think as well. So.
Yeah, which is good. If a Vega player can't just sit there and smack his dumb stuff.
Sit there and prep. Interesting.
Dan thinking. I mean,
I think there's one.
I think we're down left. Scarlet Terror's. Gonna run away. Yeah.
That's the assault. Yeah, we're just out. Rage
Well,
3 now for Vega.
this is not great for Dan. Thankfully, he doesn't have one more gauge.
Light.
Well,
Things go
that's a
from
good way to
bad
get one
worse.
more
Okay,
gauge.
gets stacked.
Hell
It's
yeah.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's under control for now.
I mean, if Vega doesn't crit here, there's a very high chance that one of those two Dankyus is in hand. And if it's not in hand, there's always
It's always on top.
Yeah, if it's not, well, it's very likely to. There's 5 cards in Dan's deck, so if he
Yeah,
doesn't have
5
either
cards.
Dankyu in hand.
5 cards, and on top of that, Dan has 3 ultras as opposed to 2 to negate.
Yes,
What's the word?
I think
Invalidate.
we've seen. Yeah,
Mask.
+1 armor is kind of something you needed to
Yes.
have. Yep, prep. Try to grab both copies.
Why did he shift that card like that? He shifted that card like he drew an EX. You saw that?
Yeah. I hope he didn't. I hope that's just like mind games.
Yeah,
I hope that's just tactics.
I hope so too. Especially because I haven't seen a player actually do that, and I want them to.
That's the trick with the manual shuffling your hand. And then like the ideal thing is to like then wiggle your mouse and then shuffle it again. Like oh.
Yeah. Oh, I messed up here.
Whoopsies! Now Dan does have to be careful because Vega has +3 power.
Yes.
Again, Red Horizon character over here, +3 power. Exceed mode, +3 power. Oh, did you stand in my favorite range? Here's 1 billion power at speed, yes. Okay, well...
This...
That's scary.
Is it? What's left? There's a Flying Barcelona left. That's pretty scary. But other than that, like...
If he hasn't... I mean... Does he have Pounce? He's forcing Dan to throw the EX to kill, and then moving to a spot where nothing else hits.
Well, now we know what he has, so that's good.
There's the Pounce. There's the other Flying Barcelona. There's a Sky High Claw before a close 3. Which, it's gonna miss, but...
Hopefully there's no reading, because... I mean, I'm assuming there's no reading, because otherwise that's just a throw, right?
Could be.
Well, actually, no, because you can't actually punish at range 5 if you're Dan.
You can.
Not with the 1 armor.
No, wait. He absolutely can.
Oh.
He has to have 3 cards in hand. He hasn't played a Dankyu. This entire game. Dankyu does 3 damage.
Does he have EX Danku? Oh, he threw the game!
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go!
Okay, kind of expected a little bit more out of that. The end game felt a little flaccid for me personally, but
let's go. I mean, it was you could never disrespect Dankyu. Dankyu is a weak move if you respect it. But if you disrespect it,
well, it's not even disrespecting it. It's just like he's counting the cards on the left side here, right? And you just forgot.
No, he didn't forget because he's counting the cards. He can look right over there and see exactly 1 EX alive.
Yeah, but then like, why put yourself in a position to get red there?
He didn't think that his opponent would throw the reading and the Dankyu.
Why not? He has 1 card left in his deck.
Tired?
Tired, yeah. Tired / throwing, sure.
Yeah, like, again, it's a card you gotta respect. If you respect it, not that bad.
Nah, I don't accept. I do not accept this as an answer. Come on, man. You're playing Exceed. Remember your readings. I do not accept this as an answer.
Hey man, reading. I love it when my opponent reads me if they do less than 6 damage. If
3 HP.
If there's a less than 6 delta. Oh, that's true. No, not in this instance. This instance, 6 damage, 3 damage, the same.
This was a throw. I'm declaring it. It's been declared a throw.
Well, what would he have done?
Get a parry focus. He has a block in hand.
He could have parried focus. That is true.
He has a block in hand.
But he parried focus. It goes to Dan.
Yeah, but then you still have your armor, and then you have crit pounce, so you don't die.
Crit pounce would have been useful,
right? Like you don't die. And then next turn, I don't know, for some reason, if you don't have an answer, you can just CC your whole hand or something. There are so many different answers to this situation.
Sure. But he thought he was going to land a flying Barcelona. And instead he died to EX Dan.
I mean, it is what it is.
You're Rufus right now.
Hod still wins.
This is you. Yeah, well, but he loses. This is an interesting situation. Yeah, his team was 2 down, so this match didn't matter within the set, which didn't matter. But
great. I'm so happy we're having meaningless matches on week 1 of a tournament that gives you money.
It does matter. It does matter.
It does matter. It does matter.
But it's funny to say it.
But the thing is, we don't know how it matters.
True.
Because we didn't read the rules very well.
Hey Bolter, are you still in chat? I know you read the rules.
Bolter surely read the rules. Yeah, I'm sure Bolter read the rules. Bolter, have you read the rules? What?
No, Bolter was giving rule. Yeah, hey, how much does this matter at this one point?
It probably matters more than not at all. So.
Yeah. Probably not much, but it does. Alright, well, I'm glad that Dan can matter. Not much, but he matters.
We basically said the same thing. Alright, whatever. End the stream.
No.
No?
Oh, wait, what is
you